experience been here at the Fight Stars TV mansion, man?
Well, first of all, I want to thank God, for the opportunity of me being here and allowing me to spend time with my kids, man. Especially now, I call my kid now, Jose Valenzuela also. Pretty much I adopted him and he's been living with us, and it's a blessing, man. Me waking up and having another day of success and hard work and a lot of challenges also. To me, challenges are very special because that's what makes you think and keep grounded, I think. And sometimes, the challenges for me are the ones that motivate me to keep going.
So how long you been with Jose Benavidez Sr.?
I think like 4 years now, going on to 5.
How'd you guys connect?
We had a mutual friend in Seattle. I didn't have the coach at the time. Senior had actually already trained. His name was Isaac Tadeo years ago, like 10 years ago maybe. And he still had his number. Senior's had the same number forever. So luckily, he called him and he kept bugging him. And Senior, they were in Oregon at the time, 3 hours away. And Senior was finally like, man, bring him through, let me see what this kid got. So it was basically like a whole week trial. I went there, stayed across the street from them in a hotel. Put me through some of the hardest work, man, just pain, man. I would wake up in pain working 3 times a day, but I pushed through it.
Rayo, Monday he went 13 rounds. Wednesday he won like another 13. I think yesterday he won like 12 rounds. And that's what we do, man. We get fresh people in order for them to go to the next level and push themselves when they're tired or they get injured. Thank God they haven't got injured. They do get tired, but they know once Rayo's gonna be fighting 8 rounds, 10 rounds, we're ready for 12.
That's what's up, man. That's definitely a story of a guy that wants to change his life, moving in a room just to a state, a different location. I mean, that shows your hunger.
Yeah, man, I've come a long way, definitely, been through some struggles, and I just want to get back to my family. I want to be successful.
So when did you decide, or when did it click and you're like, man, I'm going to be a pro?
Well, I turned pro when I was 17, but I'd say, when I first won like my first national title when I was like 14, and I just went on a roll as an amateur to win. I was winning tournaments back to back in the U.S. and in Mexico. So at one point I was ranked #1 in the United States and in Mexico, in both countries, and I had to kind of decide which country I wanted to go with to represent them in the international tournaments. And I chose Mexico.
Diego's gonna be fighting 8 rounds, so he's ready for 12 for sure. No doubt he's not gonna get tired. So like I said, I do things a little bit different than other people. A lot of people say that I overwork my fighters. There's no such a thing, man, in my mind, that you overwork. As long as you're sleeping good, you're eating right, you're also the supplements and all those vitamins, you take your vitamins and all that. I mean, there's no way you could overwork.
So being a man that had a few sons and obviously put them through the amateur ranks and turned them pro, what advice do you give to aspiring trainers as far as not pushing too much, right? Because it's still the child's decision, right? And a lot of fathers, they get into it because they love the sport and they want to, push off their aspirations onto their children to live out their dream.
I have to disagree with that, kind of like when you say, and I hear it a lot, don't push your kids, don't let them do what they want to do. In reality, when we're young, we don't want to do nothing, and you have to push them. You have to really, really push them and even get mad and yell at them because that's what I did, and now we got to stay focused and we got to stay grounded.
Well, keeping that same topic in mind, I would like to hear your version of the story. I spoke to David yesterday. We had an hour-long interview, and I really got to know him. And he told me that when Jose got his contract, you left for 2 years, and that's how he got bigger. So how was that for you? A, why did you leave him? If he was this phenom, why didn't you bring him with you? And B, how was it for you being away from him and being told, David's not going to the gym. David's getting big. David's 270 pounds now.
I had been training my whole life since I was like 2 years old. And I had been sparring. I was doing really good. And then I think where really like I found out is when I gained all that weight, because I had let all that work go to waste. And I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I didn't really recognize myself. I was so big. I was 12 years old.
What happened to gain all that weight?
So my brother turned pro and he got signed, he went to California in Hollywood. And that was the first 2 years I didn't have to train. So you go from like training every day, you know, having to run, having to train every day, and then your dad leaves and you're free. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to train. You can eat as much as you want. Nobody's on my ass.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't understand, you know, sometimes you gotta make choices in your life. At that time, when I left them, I didn't have no money. I went to Hollywood, California at the Wild Card. So I was Freddie's assistant for 2 years. So I had to do anything, you know, like personal training. And I just remember this time, you know, that I was trying to get ahead a little bit. He was about to get signed, but they took forever to sign him. So I ran out of money. So I remember when they said, okay, we're gonna sign him. So that's when I decided to bring David to the camp with us. And I thought, oh yeah, he's gonna sign, so we're set, we're good, and they still didn't sign him. So I remember that last day, I was so upset and so frustrated, and I was thinking about coming back to Arizona, you know. So I got home, I started packing, you know, and I was super sad and depressed, and I was brokenhearted because now I'm going back to Arizona with nothing, you know. When I was about to start, I was halfway packing. I get a call from Top Rank and they say, okay, Jose, we decided we're gonna sign. We're gonna send you a wire transfer for the signing bonus and this and that. So that right there changed our life, you know. So from there on, you know, then I brought David. David was big and we started training. But that's the reason I left them, because I couldn't afford to have two mouths there, you know, and feed two kids, you know. So
Before I got there, my brother and my dad would tell stories about, oh, I got this other son, he's gonna be good, he's super good. And then I get there, everybody's like, get the fuck out of here, bro, what is this? It's like a fucking fat blob, yeah, and then that made me angry, because it's like, all the work I had put in is like, everybody just discredits me because I'm fat. Like, I ain't spent my whole life boxing already. So I'm like, I think that's what initiated the fire in me, man.
My job was to push them as much as I can, and I still do. It's less, and now they understand, because I told them, listen, look where you are now. It's because of your hard work, dedication, and all that, because of the love of the sport you have. Once you lose that love, things they just don't work out anymore. You know, you have to stay passionate about it. You gotta stay hungry, and you just, like I said, discipline is the most important thing here, you know. But I think you have to push them. You have to put anybody. It doesn't have to be your son or whatever. You just have to push them, and we all want to party now, and especially when you start getting a little bit of money, you want to travel. You want to buy different things. Now you're losing focus.
They hold you back from any major purchases you wanted to make.
For sure, yeah.
What's the first thing you wanted to buy that they was like, no, hijo, vamos a esperar?
The first thing that my dad was like, what are you doing, is when I started buying like designer stuff, like shoes and things like that. My dad was like, you don't need this stuff. But you know, as a kid, you know, now I'm like, yeah, I don't need none of this shit. Like I don't really buy things like that anymore. But at first I was like, I want this, I want that, and you know, I had the money to buy them. So
Yeah.
you know, and I'm a kid from the hood that, you know, grew up with nothing basically. So when I got that little bit of money, I was like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this. And I actually bought a lot of things without telling them. I got customized the chain and did a bunch of things, yeah.
Fuck, 17 years old and you get this massive deal. How did it change you?
Man, it changed everything. You know, when I got signed, I went from, you know, being a kid to like being an adult. Yeah.
We got 40 Thief who says, with the talks of the Charlo being the front runner for the Canelo fight, is it time to get that plant fight done? The press conference would be entertaining, let alone the fight. Best wishes.
Well, man, you know, like I said, man, and I'm telling you guys, and if these guys are watching right now, we offer Charlo a fight.
No, he's talking about Plant.
We offer, but that's what I'm saying. We offer Charlo a fight. We offer Caleb Plant a fight. We've been wanting to fight Caleb Plant for a long time.
I know you want to fight me.
Yeah, of course I want to fight you.
You think I want to fight you?
Of course you want to fight me.
Absolutely. But it's the other things.
Well, like,
they trying to build us up, right? I get that. I
When
get
he
that.
gets his IBF title, I'm gonna take it from him. You know, every time you fight somebody, they say you don't hit hard. I put people in the hospital. That's what I do.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm his manager.
Absolutely.
That's his dad too.
The contract. You know, we want to fight you. Fighter. Man, that would be a great fight. Absolutely. It comes with this excuse: is he a champ or he's this? Look, he's not a champ no more. Let's make this fight happen. That's if Caleb Plant is watching this, let's make this fight, man.
I think he's a really good fighter, really skillful, but I think we can stop him.
That's what he's supposed to say. That he's supposed to believe that.
Hey, and with a body shot.
Yeah, he's supposed to believe that.
That's a good fight for him. It's a good fight for us.
But do you think realistically?
We'll kick his ass.
No. But can it really happen? Like, you're already part of the business.
I mean,
you're already part of it. Louis is the manager.
I don't see why not.
Because he's David's manager. He's also Plant's manager. So it's two different fights.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. If Plant wants to fight, you know, Louis will make that fight. If we want it, he'll make that fight. We're in the same house. It should be an easy fight to make.
So just wait patiently. Be patient with this. We're trying. It's going to take a little bit of time.
Can we get a face-off?
But the fighters have to agree.
I think it's more realistic now that he's already had his Canelo shot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if both of the fighters want that fight, that's a good fight. Why not make it? Win the best. And that's about it.
How do you feel about him calling out Charlo?
I want you to get this fight. I know you're going to work.
Everybody wants to fight Charlo right now. Like I said, Charlo is not in his best position at this point. You know, let him regroup, let him come back, and he's a dangerous fighter. Right now, I think these guys have an advantage because, like I said,
even Plant off a loss.
I would even think that. I would even think that Charlo's not 100% right now. And I want to fight Charlo now. So we wanted to fight him when he was good. Like I said, right now, like I said, he's not too.
So you feel that way? Why? Off the Montiel fight?
The right hand that landed for Charlo. Now Montiel on the ropes. The crowd on its feet in anticipation.
You know, they
because he looked good in the Derevyanchenko.
You know, they post a lot of videos. You know, they post a lot of things. You know.
Oh, so you're talking about his personal.
I go on what I see, and you know, sometimes I don't believe what they say and this and that. Actions to me speak more for what they speak. You know, so I follow people. You know, and I see what they do, and you know, now these days everybody puts everything in there. So I don't think that's a good idea. You know, so that's what I'm saying. You know, but Charlo's a dangerous fighter. Charlo's a good fighter. Caleb Plant doesn't have a chance with him if he's 100%. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So why do you think they want to fight him? Why do they want to fight him so bad? But they didn't want to fight him before. But why do they want to fight him now?
I get what you're saying, and I can see that angle, but it could also be like, I lost the O. I said I'm not undefeated. Now I can take those risks. I got the big Canelo fight. I got that security.
Let's fight David Benavidez. You have that security. Why not fight David Benavidez?
That's what I'm saying. I think now it's more possible.
What's going to bring him more? Fighting Charlo or fighting David?
Let me tell you something, okay? So he tried to sucker punch my brother. He hid behind his coach, and his coach got fucked up, and what did he do? Yeah, he got beat up. You can see it in the video. So if me, my brother, and all of us would have jumped on Caleb Plant, what would they have said? Oh, the Benavidez team jumped me, this and that. It would have been even worse than what happened.
Hey, take your ass back over there. Take your ass back over there.
What's up? You know what fucking beat your ass? You think I won't beat your ass? You fucking talk about
Hey, listen, you got a problem?
You gotta chill.
Listen.
You gotta chill.
shit online?
Hey.
You know, so I knew my time was gonna come. I know I'm gonna get Caleb Plant eventually. I would have fucked Caleb Plant up right there. We all would have fucked Caleb Plant up. Just like his coach got beat up, you go see the video. And then after the fact that he got fucking beat up, Caleb Plant was on my brother's dick. Oh yeah, bro, you know what I mean? I have so much respect for you, this and that. The next day, that's what happened. And then after that, he dashed my brother up. He goes on Instagram talking shit. That's what kind of person Caleb Plant is, bro. He's all talk, no bite. That's why he got fucking knocked out and made look like a bitch with Canelo Alvarez, man.
We don't like each other. So you don't think that's a bigger fight? I mean, if he beats David, man, you'll gain a lot from it. If we beat Caleb Plant, what do we get out of it?
It's a common opponent with Canelo.
But Canelo had already hurt him. Canelo beat him. Canelo knocked him. He's not the same. People will start saying that. Does it make sense?
They will, but I mean, we can't say those things because that's what MMA has over us. They have 3, 4, 5, 6
But let me
losses.
tell you again, but they will not fight David because he just came out of a big loss. He got stopped. David could stop him. They don't want to put him in that position right now. They want to give him a little bit of confidence, and that's good. You know, why fight a tough fight and then fight another tough fight? Does it make sense? We're willing to take that fight. Like I said, if he's here, let's make that fight. You know, I mean, he looked good against Canelo. I thought he was gonna get dropped sooner, but I was impressed. He did really good.
I thought he was gonna make all 12. You expected the knockout.
I expected a knockout. I knew that he was gonna get stopped. I knew he was gonna get, and I said it on all my interviews. He's gonna get dropped. I thought he was gonna get dropped like in the 5, 6, but he stayed there a little bit longer. So I was impressed. He did really good. He's fucking surviving, moving around, and you know, tapping like an amateur. But it was just a matter of time. Does it make sense? That's what I think, you know. And I think if he's confident, if he wants that bigger fights, let's make that fight.
What did you think of him asking Canelo, hey, I'm pretty good in the 9th round, having that conversation? Do you think that's the wrong thing to do? And do you also think that is what caused Canelo to step on the gas? Like, oh, this guy thinks he's on my level? And he stepped on the gas and got him out.
That's exactly what you said. That happened. Because, I mean, how the hell are you going to ask somebody, hey, what do you think? You know, I mean, I'm going to try to knock you out and, you know, stay focused. And, oh, yeah, you think you're doing good? Okay. Boom. There you go. Of course, they're going to say, oh, you did good. Good luck. You know, I'm sorry, this and that after the fight. Yeah, fuck, you beat him already. So, hey, you know.
Well, Jose, those are all our questions, man. I want to thank you, obviously. I know you got to get to some family affairs. We appreciate your time. If you want to give out any social media.
Yeah, they can follow us at, and remember, David lost his Instagram down there. You can follow him at David Benavidez. You can follow me at Jose Benavidez Sr. And first of all, I just want, like I said, man, I want to thank all the fans for all the support. And we're going to continue working hard to give you guys exciting fights. And remember, we're not running from nobody, man. We're here to give you good fights. We don't care about we lose or win. I mean, we just want to give you guys good fights. I'm pretty sure we're going to win, but we're not afraid of losing that undefeated record.